818 LA Ryker, and I got a new one for you guys from T-Rex Fab. These are the upgraded tie rods.
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah.
Now I got to show you how the West Coast rocks. No razor blades in my mouth, just a
living the fast life with fast cars. Everywhere we go, people know who we are.
Booch.
I get mad wreck when wreck is the concept. Laying in the sunshine with only one nine.
Take 10 paces. Beware.
No crew is fading us.
I hit many degrees at any angle. Throwing up the West. What's up? Who on the tangle? All right.
I don't lie, I get high. Now, all you real party people, throw your hands in the sky.
Waniac, what's up? I think we ought to check it for a second. DJ Rectangle's about to wreck it.
DJ Rectangle.
Watch when I get loose.
You wanna battle? You must be crazy.
Like damn!
Without Bruce Lee.
Sing it, daddy.
Ooh la la la! Not scramble, Fred. Don't you even go there.
My style's the bomb, dang, ding, diggy.
This pocket's fat. Don't get offended.
All right, guys, thanks for checking in. 818 LA Ryker, and I got a new one for you from T-Rex Fabrications. These are the upgraded steering tie rods for your Can-Am Ryker. I've been testing these out for a month, and let me tell you, if you want better steering, more responsive, and eliminate a lot of that bump steer, this is it. I didn't know how bad the OEM tie rods were until I put these on. I get really bad bump steer, and these really help control it, makes riding a lot more comfortable. It's not often I say something is a must, but these are pretty close. So usually when I go over these bumps at higher speeds, it makes my handlebars go crazy. But I've also noticed less arm fatigue, more responsive steering, better tracking. I think it's pretty much the closest we're going to get to power steering on a Ryker. These come from T-Rex Fabrications. That's trex-fab.com if you're looking. Not only do they sell this, but they have the jockey shifter, the handlebar end weights, sway bar end links, and all sorts of other stuff for off-road vehicles and the Can-Am Ryker. Now, as far as size and weight go, the original OEM tie rods come in at 4.41 ounces. The upgraded T-Rex Fab tie rods come in at 8.85 ounces. Literally a little more than double. Now that might not seem like a lot, but it's definitely an upgrade. You can see the OEM tie rods are hollow and the Trex have some beef to them. Plus they are hex shaped. All right, let's talk about installation. One of the pre-measurements that I did was I counted the threads that were showing on the OEM. That way I had an idea of how I wanted the new ones to be. Now, another way to pre-measure is you can take a tape measure, stick it in the treads on one of the tires after you make your handlebars straight, and then take the other end of the tape measure and run it to a spot on the tire. I ran it to the end of the sidewall. Then, take that same tape measure and measure the exact same side on the back end of the tires in the exact same place. This will basically give you the numbers you need if you want to replicate your current Can-Am alignment. I had to make some adjustments after the fact because my OEM alignment was so screwed up. Factory spec on the alignment is 0.5 toe in, but I've never seen any Ryker with 0.5 toe in. So after I made my initial install, I had to make some little adjustments. Not a big deal, very easy to do. I'm going to post a link to a guy who talks all about the alignment on the Ryker and how you can just do it with a tape measure. But I am not a professional, so if you feel comfortable, take it wherever you want. However, my Ryker is running great. I'm having no alignment issues. I have been checking these tires regularly for the last month to make sure of any abnormal tire wear, and there has been none. Now, you could jack up the bike here if you wanted to, but I wanted to show how to do it without jacking it up. It's just so easy. Not many tools needed for this job. I used a 14mm open-ended wrench to loosen the jam nut and help take off the OEM tie rod. I used an adjustable wrench to help get the new one on, and then something to protect the rod, either a rag or some tape to tape it up. It was a cold day when I did the install, so I like to heat up the jam nut. It's only rated, I think, at 31 inch-pounds, so it really is not that difficult to get off. Then grab your 14mm wrench and you are going to tighten it down towards the ball joint, so that would be going clockwise to get it away from the OEM tie rod. Once it's off, you just got to loosen it just a little bit. Then you can use that same 14mm wrench and start taking off the OEM tie rod. Now what's interesting is, as you loosen the tie rod, it's going to automatically come off of the inside tie rod ball joint as well. It's how these things are threaded. It's very cool and it works. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions at this point, just hit me up in the comments. There's the inside ball joint and the rod is coming off of there at the same time. Now you could use some tape to protect the OEM tie rod or a rag, but I just didn't really care. As I'm working it off, you can see the tires starting to change positions. And as I'm removing it, you can see it's coming off of the engine side ball joint as well. Alright. So that's the inside ball joint, and that's where we're going to start when we install our new heavy-duty tie rod. You can see how the OEM is hollow. I had no clue that that thing was hollow. I always thought it was just one solid bar, but the new one is solid. Now, again, we are going to start on the inside joint first. And what you're going to want to do is attach the new heavy duty to the inside by just threading it once or twice. Basically, just get it to catch on that inside rod. Then line it up with the rod on the tire. Move the tire in to meet it, and then start making your turns. And at the same time, the tire should start moving in and getting straighter as you are making your turns and getting closer to the spot where you want to have it. Okay. Now she's on, and now it's getting stiffer. I'm going to use two hands. And here, as you can see, because it's getting stiffer, I am using my adjustable wrench and I am protecting the rod. As I didn't jack up the bike here at this point, the pressure on the ground from the tire is making it a little bit more difficult to turn the rod. Straighten out your handlebars and then get ready to tighten down that jam nut. There, until it's tight. If you go more, this will turn. So just go till it's jammed up there. If with your straightened handlebars, the tire looks like it's really toe out or toe in, you might need to make some further adjustments. Now keep in mind, here I have both tie rods on. So I am not just testing out one heavy-duty tie rod versus an OEM tie rod. I do have both on right here, but I just wanted to show you how the left side is handling nicely over this crazy LA terrain where it's just bad everywhere. I'm purposely hitting up some bad spots here to show you how my handlebars are staying nice and straight. Now, for the other side, we're going to do the exact same thing. Take your measurements, loosen that jam nut, and then just remove the bar the same way we did on the first side. So just like the first side, just grab your 14mm wrench and put it on those little slots right there that are made to help you get off the tie rod and start loosening it up. It's amazing how easy this install is and how much of an impact it has on the ride. And once you get it loose, it's just going to pop off of both sides. Real simple. Just like the other side. Look at that new one. Which one would you rather have on your Ryker? Now when you put it on the inside, you're just going to thread it on so it catches. Maybe 1 or 2 turns. Then you have the right side meet up with the tie rod. Looking good so far. Again, this is a very easy install, so few steps involved, and considering the benefits, I think it's definitely one that everyone should be getting on their Rykers. Really, really, really helps the performance of my ride. I have been testing this out for a few weeks now, so I know how great it is, and I've let others try it, and they've confirmed my feelings. The inside's looking good to go. The other side's looking good to go, so now I can start tightening down my jam nut. Remember, 31 inch-pounds, not much, so just get it up there nice and snug. If I had a preset Torx wrench, crescent wrench, I would use it, but I don't own that tool. So I'm just going by feel. Don't want to go too crazy, but just get it in there nice. You can grab the bar with another hand or with another wrench and just kind of tighten it till you feel it get snugged up and jammed in there. And like I said before, you could apply a little bit of blue Loctite. That's up to you. Even if you didn't want to install this yourself and pay somebody to do it, I think it's worth it. But the install is super easy, and if you need any help or advice, hit me up in the comments. Also, you can check out my Instagram at ReadyRyker1, but that is it. Look at your Ryker now from the front. If one of the tires looks extremely toe out or extremely toe in, you might need to make some adjustments. But other than that, she is done. I'm really happy with this. Like I said, I did have to make some adjustments simply because my initial alignment was so far off. And remember, when you first get on this, it's gonna feel different. Your muscle memory is used to a different kind of ride. This is gonna be different than what you are used to. It might even be a little shocking, but it's great once you get it. After you do your test ride and you're comfortable with everything, take her out and let her go. Now I'm going to show you guys some high-speed tests going over some inversions in the road that usually whack my handlebars out. Check out some of these bumps in the freeway I'm going over. We have overpasses all over LA, so there's always these bridge bumps. And when you go over them, especially with the Ryker, it totally jars your handlebars in a different direction, and then you have to recenter it. But look at that. Just staying nice and straight, not having to align it back to center. Now I'm really going to pick up some speed. Here's my buddy the Joker, and he is actually a skeptic until he tries them out. No off-roading.
That's just insane. That's way better.
What?
Yeah, that's way better.
The steering?
Yeah.
Or the muffler?
No, I'm not paying attention to the muffler.
Oh.
I'm checking out the steering. Oh, the muffler is quiet. That cop didn't even see me over there.
Throw it in loud mode now.
Yeah. Oh wait, let me get my helmet. You see that? See over there? Look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was a skeptic. Well, no, wait till you go forward and start making some turns. You're gonna feel how much tighter it makes the steering. It's more responsive. Hey, you're gonna lose your phone. Put it right here.
No, that's cool. Where's my phone?
Oh, your wallet, whatever. All right, so right now you're in quiet mode. Haha, you're turning it up. So this is quiet and then loud. So quiet or normal muffler mode and then loud. I mean straight pipe. Damn, that's in quiet mode. Didn't I say no off-roading? Damn. This dude literally comes out here every morning in his bathrobe and slippers and does this with his rally. The funniest part is that big building behind him is the police station.
That's what I want.
The what?
That's what it was missing since the very beginning.
The tie rods?
Yeah. It's just a stiffer. It's just, it allowed me to keep, like, when the tail starts to spin out.
Yeah.
On regular mode, just on regular mode. And
Yeah.
then the system starts to say, hey, you know, try to slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
By you having a little bit of an extra, like, to focus closer to the lane, like a closer, like a harder, closer control. This is nice.
Yeah, it's a good upgrade.
Yeah.
That one was a monster. All right, guys, so I'm sure by now you know how I feel about this upgrade. These T-Rex Fab HD tie rods are awesome. I've been testing these things out. They definitely is a great upgrade. At the price $79.95, you can find them at trexfab.com. And if you like this video, please give it a like. Please give it a sub. I'm almost at 1,000. Peace.
This is Gold Leader. We're starting our attack run. Red Leader, this is Gold Leader.
I copy, Gold Leader.
We're starting with the target shaft now.
Stay on target.
We're too close.
Stay on target.